A very good afternoon to all of you. Let's start the session in a couple of minutes. Thank you very much for your patience.
Arun, make anyone our faculty as a co-host so that they can admit all the participants. Arun?
I'll make that. And the speaker has also joined the session. You kindly start the introduction, sir.
Okay. You take care of these participants admitting process.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Okay.
Sir, we can start. HOD sir, are you available?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we start?
Sure.
Yes.
Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. Meanwhile, Hemashri madam, I hope you are the speaker. Are you able to unmute yourself? Can you please check, Hemashri ma'am? I made you co-host.
Yeah. Is it audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good afternoon, all. So myself, Venkat Reddy, HOD of EC Department, Vageshwari College of Engineering. I hope you are all doing well, staying home and be safe yourself. And today, I'm very honored to represent about our institution. Vageshwari College of Engineering was established in the year 2005 in Karimnagar district, which is sponsored by Sri Vageshwari Educational Society. We have branches like CSE, EC, EEE, Civil and Mechanical. And from this academic year, 2020, we are introducing artificial intelligence in CSE department. And I proudly says that Vageshwari College of Engineering is #1 position in campus placement, especially in Karimnagar district. Our department is organizing a number of webinars and FDP programs. Now, earlier also we organized a number of webinars and workshops and FDP programs. Now, during this pandemic period, now we are organized earlier two FDP programs, two webinars, and now we are organizing a 3-day FDP with eminent personalities. So for this FDP, we are associated with Pantech Solutions. So, Arun?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you carry on.
Okay. So thank you, sir. Thank you for the introduction. We are glad to invite today's speaker, Hemashri ma'am. She's from Pantech Solutions. Pantech Solutions, as you all know, it's a e-learning company. Nowadays, they have been doing very much webinars, online FDPs, and many more into the academic solutions. We are very much happy to have you, ma'am. Thank you for joining the session. Now you can take over the session. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Kindly unmute, ma'am, and then you can speak.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam. You can proceed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hemashri, ma'am, you are muted. Can you please unmute and talk?
Yes, sir. But here I can't able to share my screen. That's why I'm checking.
Uh, till now I was sharing my screen. That's the problem. I think you can check now.
Okay, sure. No, sir. I didn't get any permissions to.
What did you say?
I didn't get any permission to host, to share the screen.
Oh, give me a second.
Now it is okay. Now madam can
Yes, yes.
share the screen. Madam, can you check please?
Yes, sir. Now I got it.
Okay, thank you.
Madam, after sharing the screen, you please disable the annotations so that you won't get any disturbance from the participants.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to speak you with all in this session. So today we learn about uh, IoT, what exactly the IoT means, and we'll see the real-time applications with according to our possibilities. Now we are in a pandemic situation. We can't able to do the real experience. So in virtual, we made a simulation kind of projects. Okay, I hope all are doing well at home. Stay home and stay safe. And now everyone getting my screen?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
it's clear. You can make it full screen so that it will be more visible.
yeah, sure. So IoT and cloud connectivity using Arduino. So nowadays technology make everything possible. Like we can whatever we can things much better. If you want to do anything, it makes easier. So here the IoT means which connecting everything. So connecting devices we call it as a IoT, Internet of Things. So in this session we'll see what exactly the IoT and what are the useful in real time, what are the applications in a real time, and a methodology. So the study of methodology we are going to apply is real time experience in IoT using Arduino. So we have different kinds of controllers and we prefer Arduino. It's a very friendly for the beginners. And next, so how we are going to communicate with an internet, and the conclusion is in our day-to-day lives how the IoT is going to be helped. So these are the topics we are going to cover in this 3-day session. And before going to the thing, so what exactly the IoT means? So IoT is the concept that connecting all the devices to the internet and let them communicate with each other. For suppose we are all at different places, but we can communicating with each other. So through which medium? The same small example is internet as a medium. We are going to communicate each other. So likewise, we are going to communicate. What exactly the IoT? Internet of Things. The things are going to be communicating with each other. Now, one device is going to be talk with another device. So the exact definition of an IoT, we can tell IoT is a network of physical object devices. For suppose if you are taking any fan, refrigerator, or a TV, nowadays everyone telling like smart TV, smart TV. So that's what smart indicates. So for suppose previously also we are using mobile phones. At that time, what we are telling, just normal phone we call it as. Now everyone move to the smartphone. We call it as a smartphone. The features are extracted. So how we are calling it as a smartphone? By adding internet as a feature. Uh, Same thing for the even television also. TV, smart TV we call it as. Why? Because we are adding smartnet to the devices by adding internet. So that way physical objects devices embedded with electronics and software, as well as some sensors sensing information, and network connectivity that enables the object to collect the information, to exchanging of information. For suppose one area to another area, I want to exchange the information. My TV got repaired, so it will automatically inform to the particular person. So my I'm repaired, I need maintenance. The device is going to communicate with another device. So then we call it as an Internet of Things. And the so to make to build an IoT devices, so the first main thing. Yes, sir. What is the doubt? Bhargav Kiran, sir. Sir, raising your hands.
All the questions we will take it up the end, madam. Don't bother about them. We will take the questions at the end.
Okay, sure. And here, so first thing, to build an IoT devices, we need communicating devices using internet. First, we need to build the communication. For that, we need to use different kinds of protocol. So the most regularly using protocol is MQTT protocol. And the next thing is we need to store all the information somewhere. So we are collecting any information, we need to store somewhere. So for that purpose, we need one main storage device. So we call it as a cloud. So cloud is nothing but storing information. For suppose if we are in our day-to-day life, we are using cloud called Google Cloud. We are uploading all our photos or any other our information into drives or any other clouds. So that OneDrives or anything. So that is nothing but a cloud. We are storing all our information to the cloud. So likewise, for every device, we have some different kinds of information. Like I'll tell you with an example. Suppose I want to know the weather report of today's information. By using sensors, temperature sensor, I collect all the information. Without any database, if I'm collecting also, there is no use. So for that purpose, we are using different kinds of clouds. Now for IoT devices, we have first the major thing is AWS, Amazon Web Services. AWS cloud is introduced by Amazon, and Azure clouds. So Azure is introduced by like Microsoft. And next ThinkSpeak. So ThinkSpeak cloud is introduced by MATLAB. So nowadays everyone preferring ThinkSpeak as a beginners. So the reason is up to completely 4 projects, the cloud is free. Later we have to take permissions and we need to purchase like Zoom. So Zoom allows our 40-minute session. If you need to take the premium or anything, it will allow. So likewise, we need to purchase our clouds. So and next, the third input we need is sensing information. For suppose in nature, we are collecting all the analog data. So we need to convert it into physical data we am getting. I need to convert it into digital format or any another format. So for that purpose, the temperature sensor, sensor information we need. We need to convert all the analog data into our digital data. If you are supposed to get any heat or anything, it doesn't know. The controller doesn't know it is a temperature or it is a pressure or it doesn't know. So we need to convert this one form of energy into another form. Nothing but collecting the information. And next, analyze the data. So after collecting all the information, we need to analyze the information. For suppose in my room, I have I need to on my AC. So The first parameter, I want to check the temperature, room temperature. I am somewhere else. I'm supposed to coming to my room. So what I need, I want to turn on my AC. Instead of I'm coming later, I turn on my AC manually and check my room temperature. It is greater than 30 degrees. Now I need to turn on my AC. So we need a communication device between my mobile as well as an AC. So here, that is for the communicating device. We are communicating medium as an internet and the cloud connectivity device. So we need to store all the information. Cloud we are using to sensing this temperature. I'm using temperature sensor. Then I'm analyzing the data. That means we are using controllers to analyze the information. The temperature is greater than 30 or 25. Then only we should act on that particular things. So this is so we need the structure. So communication devices to build and the cloud connectivity we need.
Ma'am, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Any issue, ma'am?
No, sir, it is not. Yeah. So the next thing is an application. If you are supposed to how to the what is an architecture of an IoT. So here we have different kinds of sensor. If you suppose take a small room or any home, so we need different kinds of sensor to measure the different kinds of parameters, and we need an actuators. Sorry, wait a minute.
Madam, if in the full screen mode, if you are facing the issues, let it be in the, don't put it in the slide mode, continue with the normal PPT.
Now it is okay. Actually, it is stuck in between, so that's the
Okay.
problem. Now the sensor, we have an input different kinds of sensors. Instead of for every sensor we are not going to connect any controller. It's not so easy and it is not efficient. So for that purpose we are using gateways for each and every sensor, all collecting all sensors to one gateway. That is nothing but we are having one main controller. We have different kinds of sensors. We are connecting to some gateways like LoRa gateways or Zigbees, different kinds of gateways we are using. We are going to connect with that, and we are going to connect all the gateway data to the cloud and next controlling data. So we are going to connect with our appliances. For suppose the temperature is a sensor is an input information and we have a motor. So in the AC, so that motor is an output device, nothing but control applications. So if you want to build a machine learning things means we have to give the machine learning models to the particular controller. So why we need to move with an IoT? the here so if you are going to connect with your what is the main literatures we need to know is, if you are supposed to take your rooms, when compared to humans, more things are there. It is not so easy to connect all the devices to the each and every internet devices. It's things are more when compared to the living things. So for that purpose we need to do some changes, like we need to do so many advances researchments in our day-to-day life. We are supposed to take in 2014 2 billion connected devices are there. By 2020 it will move to the 8 billion connected devices are going to be happen. So this is the graph incrementing how the internet of things we are going to be happen. For suppose now we are learning the IoT things to build a home device or any other devices, but when before past decade itself they are using IoT to the particular industry oriented kind of things. So I'll tell you an example. In Andhra Pradesh, we are facing just 1 month before we are facing one problem like gas leak in Vizag, right? So what's the drawback of their they are placing manual things, like instead of that we are just keeping a gas sensor and we are connecting internet to that, and the gas sensor or the particular area itself gives the information to the particular in charge, and he alert any first itself instead of getting all the damage happening. So 10 people are around died and hundreds of people are getting facing this situation in Vizag. So instead of that, they are building an IoT device, small wearable device there itself, means it is very easy to handle that gas leakages and all, these kind of things. This is a small example we are telling. In day to day, we are facing so many problems like this. So he is a researcher. The main what he is telling, like internet is not used to collect or to communicate anything. So internet is to use it to collect the data. Sorry, actually it is stuck my PC. Okay. Information is greater by reducing the waste and increasing the efficiency. So what he believing is internet makes you the things possible, as well as it will gives the data. Like we want to store any information or anything, it will storing the information, and it will reducing the waste and increases the efficiency of the particular device or anything. Uh, so we'll see the applications by seeing an IoT. The internet of things is going to connect to the each and every device. It is connected to your cars, it is connected to your watch, or it's connected to your camera or home appliances, everything. If you are connecting internet to your car, means it will give the GPS locations to the information, and it will suggest you the nearby petrol bunks what you are having, and it will inform to you your petrol is going to be empty. So, please fill your things. Likewise, it is giving information to us. So why we are creating this technology means the simple thing to make our life comfort. So that is the thing. Every day by day, we are increasing our technologies uh, to make our life comfort. So in same as well as in home also, home appliances also the same thing. We can do the like automatic lights on, that is consider an automation. So automation is different, IoT is then different. If you want to make an IoT device, you can able to control it. For suppose I am at room, whenever, so I'll tell you the simple difference between automation and an IoT. When I enter into the room, the lights will automatically on by using PR sensor or different sensors, or automatically lights will on. So then after, even I'm at home, I'm going to sleep now, again I want to off the lights manually. Instead of that, if I'm using IoT, means if I want turn on my lights, I'll on. If I don't want turn on lights, then I'll off according to my information. And nowadays in home automations also different kinds of technology. So one is the gesture technology, and Google Assistants. Based on voice commands, I can use the information to the particular. And those who are can't able to speak, our patients are there in our at home. So we can use a gesture home automation. Based on my hand movements, it will give that a light will on or off. These kind of things will happen. And smartwatch. So every I think already it is released. So iPhone, the Apple company, they are introducing smartwatches for the women, which is like a wearable device. It will give, so when the woman is in not in a safe zone, it will give the information to the particular uh, in charge person, nearest person to the likewise. So every device or every internet gives the information, and now everyone believing information is a wealth. Okay, so in these 3 days we are going to the going to see the task like task one. First we'll see how to blink small programs, LED blinking, how to interrupt the by giving the switch buttons. If I entered here, the light should be on. Interrupts and buzzer we will see, and how to interface an ultrasonic sensor to the uh, uh, to, uh, connect to the Arduino. And next we are going to connect how to upload all the information to the cloud, and how to inform to the IR sensor, and how to connect the a small motor, and then we'll design a robot. So these are the tasks we are going to do on day 1 and day 2 and day 3. So this is the line flow line of an IoT. So to build an IoT, first we need to collect the information. That is nothing but sensor area. Collection of data from the nature using sensors. Next, we move to the communicate. All this data, collected data, should be transferred to somewhere else. So that is called communication. And next, we need to store it in a cloud. So analyze the data, and we need to store it in the cloud in the form of graphs or any bar graphs or anything. So basically in clouds, we are getting the data in the form of graphs. That's why I mentioned there like a graph. And next, after analyzing, we need to add something. Like I'm getting my information. Like I want to on the AC or off the AC, it's my condition. That is act. Or for suppose we can use, now we are not ready to go to the hospitals, we are facing any problem also, we are getting small tips from the internet, and we are reducing our things to go to hospital, because nowadays the situation is not good at hospitals. So instead of that, if you are using IoT wearable devices, it will give all the parameters of the patient. Like it will use the body temperature, and it will use the heartbeat of the person and blood pressure of the particular. By using all the sensors, I collect all the information, and then all the information should be stored in a cloud, and the doctor can able to see from his position itself. Then he should act something on my health, right? After, if his BP is abnormal, means he gives some prescription. That is called an act. So collecting information from the my body information, like a heartbeat, blood pressure, all the information, we call it as a collection of data. And when you're going to send an information, that is communication. And next, it should analyze the data in the form of bar graphs. By seeing the graph itself, we can able to tell that the parameter is abnormal, this parameter is abnormal. Likewise, he'll write the prescription and he'll give it to us. So that is the beauty of an IoT. So, and we'll see the applications of an IoT. So IoT, so not only home appliances, in industries, it will helpful a lot. Like not only gas leakage, if you are supposed to, the industry is going to be happen like fire detection sensors we are using, it will detect the fire wherever it will happen. And next, it will give the what indicators, level indicators. In some industries, we need to maintain certain levels of the temperature. If it is going to be abnormal, means it is not good for that industry, as well as out being what we are having also. So it will monitor all the parameters, so not only temperature or flame, like nothing but fire, gas leakages. And if you are increasing the pollution also, for suppose we have a pollution check department, if while checking they are going to check the pollution, means it is showing normal, but initially it is showing abnormal. So in that case, if you are going to use an IoT, means the pollution department can check each and every day, it has a database. If you are using IoT means we have a database, it can get easily, past 10 days you are increasing more pollution, then it will come to know. And in a power plants also, in boilers we need to maintain certain temperatures, and some failures also happen in a transformers, the oil get heated more, and these kind of things we can able to reduce by using IoT. So in a smart cities, even the smart cities also, we have a different more kinds of applications, and this is a safety and security. For suppose I buy a car, it is going, so I want to make it as a smart. How can I make it as a smart? When I go into that door lock, manually I'll going to door lock, it is going to be thefted. So if I'm using face recognition, whenever my face detected, the key should be open, then it will act as a smart, and it will use the information. For suppose I want to go in a particular, like uh, Amravati area to, I want to go to the Hyderabad, I don't know the route, so it will use the route information. And in between, how many petrol bunks are available near to me, please fill the petrol. So your petrol is going to be empty, it will inform to me. How it will inform to me? By using level indicator sensor. If I'm using level indicator sensor, it will give the it will give the information to me, please fill the petrol level is going to be empty. And that is one of the feature. And if you are supposed to in front of any obstacle came, by using ultrasonic sensor, it will detect any obstacle is in front of 30 meters centimeters, any obstacle is there means it will detect. For suppose I want to do back gear, so some vehicle is there, I don't know exactly in back side, so the ultrasonic sensor will detect the obstacle, so in the background. So, and road signs, so if you are suppose going to driving, we are not following any traffic rules, like suppose this is a school zone, so I don't want to more than 30 km per hour. So in that case, my the car will detect, and it will reducing its speed to 30 km per hour by seeing that road sign recognition. So this is the connecting cards, what I'm explaining now. And this is a traffic management. In smart cities, the major problem is traffic management. If you have a 4 roads, we have in different areas. Nowadays, we are using traffic lights. After every 30 seconds, that red, it will change to green, and again it will go to red. Likewise, every 30 seconds, based on time, the traffic lights will rotate, now working. But I don't want like that. Whenever the traffic density, for suppose right side line, I need more traffic density, so I want to turn on red light and a more time on this green light in a particular area. So based on traffic density, how we can identify the traffic density? By counting the vehicles. For suppose if I'll count the have a camera on a 4 roads, it will detect the number of vehicles in a particular, and it will give the output. So in north side we have 4 vehicles, south side we have 4 vehicles. Based on these conditions, our traffic light is working. This is the best example in a smart cities. And next, street light management. Now somewhat we are changed to automatic street light. Whenever night will automatically happen, when we automatically lights will on. But this is not an IoT. So we want to make that the lights itself tell to us, I need a maintenance. For suppose we have a 10 street lights, in that one is get damaged, so it should inform to the maintenance guy. So he want to monitor all the lights by evening or any somewhere time. He'll take the 4, one of light is not working, we can see it in our web page or any app. Then he can easily maintain that light, instead of after 2 months we are repairing the light, instead of all this. And metros, we are regularly using metros in those who are living in a cities. So in metros, what will happen? They are giving one RFID tag. When I scan that tag, it will give the allows to me go inside. That means whenever they are purchasing a ticket, then only it will allow me to go inside. And if you are taking monthly card means some amount is stored in your card, and automatically it is reducing. For suppose 30 days 1000 rupees you got, each day 10 rupees it will reducing automatically. That is an one more example, RFIDs. And if you are going to any malls or anywhere, the automatically doors will open and it will count the number of persons inside the mall. So by using IR sensor they are counting these kind of things. And for suppose I'm going to a new city, I don't know what exactly where it is. So in Ola cabs, I book Ola and it will give 30 minutes is near, 10 minutes is going to be. How it is giving? By using GPS, it will give the information to me. It is a near or anything. So these are the complete applications: healthcare application, home appliances, transportation, and as well as like industrial applications, factories and meters, and even we can do our electricity bill as a smarter. How we can make, instead of one guy coming to our home and he'll give the bill to us, we just directly after end of the month it will the meter itself gives the information to me. You have to pay this much of amount. By using IoT it is possible. It sends an information to me, then I can pay in, the amount in online itself. So no need to come a guy and he will do. So that's the applications of an IoT. Okay, so any one of you tell some more examples. So I'm explaining all this like smart cities or home appliances, and you just think about yourself and you want to make any device IoT. You are facing any problem in a real time means you just think it off and tell me. So small example, any one of you.
I have enabled the chat. You want to give some examples, you can type in the chat box because unmuting you will be a noise for everybody. Or somebody is saying smart parking, you can see the examples in the chat box, ma'am.
Yes, sure. Yes, garbage system we can make it. Like how we can design the garbage system means, like for suppose I'm going to use the particular line dustbin. It is filled, so I don't know whether I want to go there or not. So in that case, what should I do? So in that case, the dustbin gives information to me. You just go to another dustbin. So I am filled now. And after filling the dustbin, it will give the information to the particular municipal corporation department. And I'm going to fill, just please empty. Yes, and home automation and smart grid systems. Yeah, that is ultrasonic sensor. Okay. By using ultrasonic sensor, which application you want to do? Yes, garbage monitoring. Yeah, to find out the level indicator. And smart parking. Yes. Industrial application, industrial automation. Yes. Healthcare monitoring. Yes, that is a good example. Nowadays, we are facing so many problems. So these things are just what we are, by seeing all these real time things, we come to know. Still, we need to develop an IoT. So it will help in, yeah, the main application is in agriculture. So in agriculture, it will help a lot for the farmers, like from starting seed sowing to at the end of the crop reduction. It will help a lot when water like soil moisture is dry or wet. To detecting that, we are using soil moisture sensor. And animal tracking. Yes, if suppose some animals are going to destroy means, by using PIR sensor we can able to detect that one. Water lifting systems. Yes, super. Vehicle tracking, and someone tell attendance system, that is also best example. Yes, application. Nice. AI based health check systems. Sure. Yes. To build an AI, the main thing first we need to know is we need a data. So if you want to build any AI device, first we need to collect the data. How we can means by using this IoT, we need to collect the data. We can easily convert IoT device or IoT application to AI system. Without IoT system, we can't build AI because we are getting. So if you want to build any AI system, first we need a data. As weapons, we can use. In armies, we can easily find like any some other person is going to come into the particular area means it will controlling AC. Yes, yes. So all you are telling is very nice applications. So I'll move to the next. So Arduino controller. So Arduino is an Italian word. You're playing AI mini robot. Yes, flood alert system. That is also sorry floor garden monitoring. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to the telling Arduino. So Arduino is a microcontroller. We are using as a beginning stage. We need to use this Arduino to learn coding easily. So basically, it's a microcontroller. Arduino is an Italian word which means friendly. So this is a develop. Arduino consisting of both hardware as well as the software. So now I'll talk about the hardware device. So in hardware, it's both combination of hardware as well as software. So I'll give the brief introduction, like what's the parts in that, and we just not clear it out, check it out. So first we need a power supply. So if you want to give power to this, so we need to use adapters nowadays. So instead of rectifier circuit giving externally, we just use a DC jack and we are giving power supply. For Arduino, we need to take 5 volts power supply. So in Arduino, it takes 5 volts power supply, and next, but in adapter we can't get the 5 volts power. So if you take your home socket, we are getting 230 volts. Now we are converting into 9 volts in adapters, but we need a constant 5 volts. So for that purpose, we are using voltage regulators. So 5 volts low voltage regulator, and next some sensors required only 3.3 voltage, and then for that purpose I'm using one more voltage regulator drop, 3.3 voltage low voltage regulator, this one, and then I need to use crystal oscillator. So what is the purpose of the crystal oscillator means it's a frequency, the rate of data transmission. If you take any electronic device, we need must and shouldly crystal oscillator to transmit the data. So can I enable the graphics here? I can't enable. I can't write actually. Okay. So, and this is a, we need for Arduino controller, we are using 16 megahertz crystal oscillator and USB jack. So USB jack, why we are going to use means like we need to dump the code on it. So for that purpose, we are using B type micro cable to connect this audio jack. Even it will give the power supply. And then next, if you take this one, we call it, complete this system, we call it as an SOC, nothing but system on chip. And Atmel Mega 328 microcontroller we are using in that. In this, we have 6 power pins. So one is reset button and 3.3 volts, 5 volts, 2 grounds and 1 Vin. The whole pair we call it as a power pins. So here the power pin it is. And next, analog input. So analog input is nothing but A0 to A5. That means 6 analog pins we have, and next 14 digital pins. 14 digital pins, D0 to D13. So in that D0 to D13, we have one pair of UART. UART is nothing but universal asynchronous receiver transmitter pair, TX and RX. So D0 and D1, we call it as a TX and RX. And in this D0 to D13, we have 6 pulse width pins, PWM pins, pulse width modulation techniques. So where we can use these pins means, for suppose instead of digital is nothing but zeros and ones. So likewise here I need in between values like 0 to 1, in between values I need. So why I required these in between values means speed control technique I want to do, or I want to reduce the light intensity. So if suppose the light is more, we are varying voltage regulator we are using, right? So likewise here I need to vary the motor speeds or speed control techniques or light intensity control techniques. I want to vary the input. In that case, we are going with a pulse width modulation techniques. And D13th pin is an inbuilt LED. In Arduino microcontroller, we have an inbuilt LED. So we are using for that D13th pin. If you are enabling D13th pin means it will give the inbuilt LED function. And we have a reset button, and if you want to communicate I to C or any other, we can communicate with here. In circuit programming handles. That means if you want to communicate I2C or CAN protocol, these kind of protocols if you want to add means by using this circuit enabling programming handlers, we can easily made it. So this is about Arduino hardware. And we have a software. So the word Arduino can be three things. Like one is a physical hardware, and the second one is programming environment. We need to program, right, to dump the code. So for that purpose we need a software, and we need this is not like a playground. If you want to play anything, just we need some sort of programming background. So we need that's also software, and the coding we are using here is embedded C. So to start up an idea, so if you want to download it, you just download it from this link itself. So now I have an Arduino. I'll just open. So if you open Arduino, ideally it is showing like this. So the first one is menu bar, we call it as. So in that we can able to take a new file or anything. And after here done compilation, this is the status bar and this program notification area. I'll directly open it. I hope everyone having this Arduino and Proteus softwares, right? This is all about the introduction, like what is an exactly IoT and the applications. Now we are moving towards the coding. So and Arduino microcontroller.
We were told that you will show the installation process.
Yeah, I'll show the installation process, sir. Not
Okay.
an issue. I'll show it. Any one of you have software? Those who are having software, please share your screen. Because I already installed this software. I can't able to show this one. So those who are having this software means downloaded software, I'll show you the installation procedure.
Participants may not be able to share their screen. Probably you can just tell the orally step-by-step process. It would be easy. And if they have any doubts, anyways, they will be with us for a couple of days, so we can have an interaction. Hemashri madam, am I clear?
Yes, yes, sir. Sure. So this is an Arduino software where I can see if you are
Here, share
downloading.
the screen, madam. We can't see the Arduino software. You first share the screen.
Yeah, sure. Now you can find the screen.
No, madam, your screen is not visible.
Okay, sure. Wait a second. Now it is visible.
Yes, you have opened the Arduino software.
Yes, yes. I've opened Arduino software. So the procedure to install it is I'll share you the Arduino 1.8.5 software, I think. So you just click on next, right click on that. And if you are giving next means it will install successfully. There is
Okay.
no procedure to different procedure to install Arduino. But if you want to install Proteus, there is some procedure. So if you go to the Arduino software, so Proteus file, so here these are the, so I'll share you this Proteus 8 full cracked version. So just
Okay.
click on that one and click on setup.
Okay.
It will ask me save changes. You just click on yes and continue the procedure.
Okay.
So now after getting this, it will, preparing for the Proteus installation. If those who are having 64-bit, it is installing very easily. But in case of 32-bit, it takes time, but it will install properly, not an issue. It is comfortable for a 32-bit as well as 64-bit. Now it will show a window like this. Are you able to see my screen, everyone? Yes, okay. So here, welcome to the Proteus Vision, it is asking. Then go to click on next. Now already I'm installing, no, that's why it is asking modify or go back or repair or removing. I'll just remove my software and I'll again I'll install. It's better to see everyone. Remove. Sir, at least share your screen, sir. If you are installing means share your screen. It's really easy to see remaining people also instead of I'm removing this.
My laptop, actually this entire session we are recording, so I don't want to disturb.
Okay, okay, sure.
Kranti, are you available?
Yes, Arun, I'm doing that. I'll
Can
share
you
my
share?
screen. I'll
Yeah,
share my
your
screen.
screen so that everybody gets benefit out of it.
Yeah, okay, okay. Just a
Madam,
minute.
one of our faculty will share, ma'am.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Kranti, do you have any issues in sharing the screen?
I'm going to log in my laptop. Now, right now, I'm in mobile phone. I'm using it.
Okay, okay.
Just a minute.
Yeah. Madam, meanwhile, you just show the Arduino graphical user
Arduino code.
interface.
Yes, yes. I'll show you the.
Yeah.
So after before installing, we just try to develop any code or anything. So then they'll share the screen. I'll share the screen.
Participants, hold on for a minute because we wanted to show you the actual installation process so that you don't get confused. So we'll wait for a minute, please.
So this is an Arduino software. So how we are going to write the code means I'll just write simple how to on the LED. So for that purpose, first we need to declare the variable. This is an embedded C coding. So embedded means containing hardware as well as C syntax. So that's why we call it as an embedded C. So here int. So I'm declaring one variable and I'm giving that variable name called LED is equal to. Now I'm going to give here pin number. Like previously I told in Arduino hardware we have D0 to D13. So I'll give any of this number. I'll just go with a 4 colon. We have to follow the syntax. I'm giving colon. After declaring the variable, we need to initialize the variable. Actually, the digital pins we call it as an GPIO pins. General purpose input output pins. That means we can either use it as an input device, the same pin we can connect with an input devices and the same pin we connect with an output devices. So all sensor comes under input devices and remaining like a motor, a fan, a light, LED, all these comes under output devices. Now I'm going to connect, I'm going to declare the I'm declaring the variable. Now I'm going to initialize that one. So here how we are initializing means pin mode. Pin mode. So bracket open. Now LED comma. So LED is an output device. Here I mentioned that one. That's it. Output. And we need to follow syntax colon. And now I entered into the void loop. So here we need to write the main logic. So to write the any program, any kind of code, we have a 4 parameters. The first parameter is digital write. We'll keep it in a small caps. Digital write. Enter. Digital read. R caps. This is a case sensitive. So in pin mode, M should be caps. Int LED is equal to 4 and M is caps. Now digital write. This is not a code apart. Just I'm writing digital read, digital write, analog read, analog write, analog read. So while writing main code, these three must be must and should. So first thing is digital write. So why we are using write function and read function? So what write exactly means? Whatever data in our mind we are writing here. That means we are giving an output in the form of writing. So likewise here digital write means output colon output. Digital write is used to exhibit any kind of output. Digital read, that means if suppose I am going to read any book, I am collecting all the information, I am gathering the information. So for output input devices we are using read function. So here read is nothing but input. So input is nothing but sensors. So if you are using any digital sensor, if you want to read any information from the digital sensors, then we are using digital read. And now analog write. So how we are going to write analog write? Output. If wherever you can find, that is an output. You want the output in the form of like in between values, pulse width modulation techniques. At that time you can use analog write. And next input. So if you have analog sensor, for suppose if you take gas sensor or flame, fire detected, fire is found or not found. Can able to observe only 2 parameters. But in case of temperature, we need to take analog data 25, 30, 35, 46. Likewise, we need so much of data. So in that case, it will helpful analog read. So I'll put it all these comments, all the things in a comment. So I can open my chat window now. You just share in void loop now which command I need to use. Now I hope everyone understands the difference between these four. Which thing we need to use here?
Madam, once this is done, let me know. Kranti is ready to share his screen
Yeah,
for
okay.
installation process.
Okay. So
Yeah.
in while loop, I'm defining 4 functions now: digital write, digital read, analog write, and analog read. So what is the purpose of write means if you want to working with any output, I need output from this device. In that case, I go with an digital write, digital information, same as well as analog information. If you are having write means that is an output, read means input. So here you just tell me now I want to turn on LED. So in that case, what I have to use? Any one of you, no problem. Just type it in a chat window. So either I want to use digital read or analog read or analog write or digital write. Which thing you want to we want to use? You just mention it here. I'll do it. I'll try to do it.
I've enabled the chat box. Participants can use it now.
Yeah, digital write, digital write. Yes, exactly. So here I'm using digital write. Digital write. So here case sensitive W should be caps. And next 4 nothing but LED comma, I want to make it as a high. If you observe anything, all electronic devices, even a processor or any CPU, if you are taking a CPU or a microcontroller, anything you take, it doesn't know any language like embedded C or anything. So for that purpose, we are using compilers and all. That is another issue. So what it will understand exactly means zeros and ones. We call it as the system knows only binary language. We can tell like that. Even the system doesn't know the binary language itself. It knows only on and off. Zero means 0 volts. In electronically, we can convert it. Zero means 0 volts. One means 5 volts. If you are observing zeros and ones is nothing but 0 volts as well as 5 volts. So to on the LED now I want to do. I want to give 5 volts instead of 0 volts. So here I am giving 5 volts. So if I am giving directly 5 volts means that is not good. So I am giving high. High is nothing but 1. Okay, digital, right? LED comma high. Now LED is turn on. Next, delay. So here we are using a delay function. After 30 seconds it should stop. So that's why I'm using delay. So here I'm giving 1000. So in delay we can give in a milliseconds. So 1000 means 1 second now. Colon. Next I want to turn off the LED. After it will on for 1 second. After it should off. So now I want to LED input 5 volts. Sorry, 0 volts. So that's why I make it as a low. Delay 1000 colon. So we have to follow each and everywhere syntax. Here high also I forgot colon. And then next colon. This is how about to blink the LED. This is the first thing. We'll go with the software installation Proteus now. So I'll stop screen sharing. Sir, just Kranti
Okay.
Kiran.
Yeah, Kranti, can you share your screen now? Kranti, are you available?
We can't use the code blocks. We need to install
I'm
the
unable to mute myself in the laptop. Please enable
Okay.
me.
What is the name?
I'll raise the hand.
Kranti Kumar M, no?
No, not that. Vijeta Kranti.
Huh?
Vijeta Kranti.
I don't see anything like that. Okay, let me check. Did you raise your hand?
No. I'm going to raise it now.
That is Kranti Kumar M. I said no. You have shown a thumbs up?
Yeah, yes, Sharon. Enable that.
Okay. You are co-host now.
Yeah, thank you, Arun.
Okay.
I'll start sharing my screen. Yeah, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, here is the software tool, Proteus.
So now you just click on setup. So everyone follow the procedure. Do the same thing.
If you are not on laptop, don't worry. We may share this video soon. So just look at the process and note down in a notebook if needed. If you are all not ready with your desktops and laptops, just write the process in a notebook.
Then click on next, sir. Next. Accept. Next. Now it is asking, don't click on server key, just click on locally use key. This is the cracked version. Click on next. So no license key found. Yes. Find all keys. Just browse from from my, so now. So you just go back, cancel this one. It takes more time. We just browse on it. Browse from your. License, yes. Open. Install. Yes. Now it is installed. You just close it, sir. Don't click on anything. Next. Typical. Now it is installed. So here, while if you want license key, you just go to crack folder, and in that license excel dot extension is there. You just, yes, you just click on that. Instead of server, use local key. That is the thing you have to do to get the license. Close this window. Now backside, see command prompt is open.
Yeah, okay, madam.
Now, if you see here, you can't able to draw the schematic diagram. So if here IS is there, home after home, you just go there, sir. Your cursor, yes. These two are in disabled. That means we are not adding this library. Schematic libraries we have to add now. Just close the Proteus star now.
Madam, if possible, you can start sharing the screen because it is already installed right now.
Yeah, after this I can. We need to add libraries now. After this I'll handle it.
Yeah, okay, madam.
Again, go to Arduino software. So
Yeah,
your
crack.
software location. Yeah.
Okay.
So now open crack. Now copy this bin file as well as models. Just copy these two and go to local disk C. And here program files, Lab Center Electronics, Proteus 8 Professional. Yes. Now you just paste it here. Even it is asking replacing, I replace the file. So if you want to add libraries, you just close the Proteus, then add the libraries. Then only it will work. While adding libraries, this is a note, keynote. While installing anything, libraries, you just have to close the Proteus first, and you have to go that particular location. In local disk C drive, for everyone it is same. Program files, Lab Center Electronics, and Proteus 8. Have to open that, and you just replace that software we are given one. We are sharing one folder. In that bins and models, you just paste it. So now open the Proteus once.
It is opened, madam.
Yeah, now these two are enabled. Previously, before adding the bins, these two are in disabled mode. So now it is enabled. So this is the reason why we need to add this one. Sir, you just open this blue color one. Blue color one.
Schematic capture, madam.
Schematic capture. So here, this is the working area. Sir, you just click on P.
Click on
P. Here, components are there. Device P and L. Downside.
1 second, madam.
P. So P is nothing but pick the device. So you just type on keyword Arduino, sir. So here Arduino is not there. So we need to add the Arduino software library itself here. So I'll share the in chat window. I'll share the Arduino files. So here we don't have any Arduino library or Arduino software. So for that purpose, we need to add library Arduino. So I'll share that one in a chat window. You just downloaded that one. So you just download all these 4 libraries. 4 I given 5. One is the same. I think I'll forward it. Sir, you downloaded these 4 libraries from the chat window, sir.
Yeah, okay, madam. I'm doing so.
Yeah.
Madam, they are of same name. It is asking to replace, so I have changed the name and uploaded it.
Change the name with the same extensions. They have to download, sir.
Oh,
It is asking change the name. Huh?
yes, madam. Or it is asking to replace.
Where you are placing this?
In the same crack folder, madam. Outside the crack folder.
Okay, okay. In C drive you are placing?
No, madam.
Okay.
In a software folder.
With the same extension, same name, you just downloaded all these things.
Arduino library 95.21 KB, same.
That is
IDX.
one file is repeated. You just eliminate
Okay.
one thing, and 4 we need to download. First thing you just leave it, and remaining 4 you download it.
Yeah, I have done it, madam. Total 4 I have downloaded.
Now you just have to go close the Proteus completely. No.
No.
Now just go to C drive. Program here. No. Program data we have to go. So here program data is not visible. So to go that, you just go to view. On taskbar, file, home, share, and view is there. Click on view.
Madam, I didn't get it.
On a taskbar, on the top of your screen, file, home, share, and view is there, right?
Yes, madam.
Just click on view. Maximize your screen. It is
Yeah, I'm
minimized.
doing it. Yeah.
Now you have to click on hidden items. In left side, you have hidden items. No, cancel this one. Here hidden hide selected, not hidden items. Left side.
Okay.
Click on that option. Now you got program data.
Yes, madam.
Open that one. And now Lab Center Electronics. Demonstration, not Proteus 8. 8. Not demonstration.
Demonstration.
No, no, no.
Professional.
Yeah, professional. Now go to library, paste these files. You are downloading 4 files now, paste it.
Yes.
.lib sir adi.
Yes, madam. Edi 2 na madam?
So 2 libs are there.
2 LIBs are there. I'll check it once.
Or otherwise shall I send it in a rar extension?
Yeah, do it so, madam.
Then it is fine. Without so do you have rar or zip file, whatever it is, okay?
Okay. Anything is okay, madam. I can extract it.
I send it, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I've pasted it, madam.
Now close it, sir, and open Proteus now. Now go to schematic capture. That is PCB design. So we have to move to the blue color one. So if you
Blue
are
colored.
yeah, okay.
I click this.
Now go to pick device. Click on pick device. Now search Arduino. Now you are getting Arduino. So previously, if you are searching means you don't have any library. So click on emulator. Emulator. So Arduino, you know R3. So this is how to add the libraries in a Proteus. Again, I'll repeat this installation procedure. Why? Because to add the library, it is very, we need to add more libraries. Like now we are installing only Arduino, and tomorrow we have to work with a different sensor, gas sensor, fire sensor, all these kind, IR sensor. So again, I'll repeat the procedure. You just note it down. So the procedure is like, you have to close before going to install add any library or make changes in a software. You have to close the completely Proteus. After closing that Proteus, I'm sharing one library now. Copy that library in IXD or a library with the extension are there. So copy the same extension and copy this libraries and go to C drive. In C drive, program data. If it is somebody, it is in a hidden items. Then go to view and click on hidden items. Again, open program data and then go to Lab Center Electronics. Proteus 8 Professional. In libraries. Paste it here. The same files you have to paste it here. Sometimes it is asking replacing. Those who are installing previously are having some idea means you just replace that one. Why? Because every time it is updated. So with me I have updated things. So that's why. So this is how to install the Proteus and the software. So now, sir, you just stop screen sharing, sir. Now I can handle.
Yeah, okay, madam. I give permission. Yeah, you can continue, madam.
Yeah.
You can share it now.
I'll open Proteus. So now I open Proteus and I'll go to schematic capture. I got one screen. For suppose if you want to move this from one side to here, preview is there. So here I'm moving four side cursor. I'm getting a preview. You just fix it in a work area, and then go to pick device. Now I want to take an LED program. So Arduino. I'm searching Arduino emulator. I'm taking emulator Arduino Uno R3. I'm clicking on that. If you want to rotate that one, if you want to place that one, come to work area and place it like this. So now it is in some different position. Then click on right click, or here left side we have rotation. You just rotate it. If you want to remove, select on that and click on delete button. Now Arduino, I'll place it here. It is rotated. Here we have rotations at the 90 degrees rotation, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Then again I want to build an LED. So I need LED. LED. So in LEDs we have different types. So I want to use active LED. So here we have different types. You just go to LED green or red active. Here it shows the active. So I'll take green LED. LED. I'll change this direction. Now I'll place it here. To place any component, wherever you want to place the cursor and click on it. Now I got an LED. So we need to go to the, after searching the LED, we have to take active LED. And then D1. Now I'm going to encoding. So now which pin we are going to connect. If you observe the screen, Arduino LED is equal to 4 I mentioned. So here I need to connect LED anode should be connected to 4. I'm connected it to 4. And next this should be connected to ground. So I have in a ground. So terminal mode in left side, one toolbar is there. So in that eighth one, sorry, terminal mode. So everyone I think identified my cursor. So terminal mode, you just click on that and then ground. I'll place the ground here. Now it is the to on the LED we are writing the circuit. We need to save this circuit. So I'll give it as an LED 1. I'll click save. So now all we need to do is if you observe any Proteus or simulation, Proteus simulation, it takes only hex files. So now we need to generate hex file. So that is the main thing we need to do here. So everyone go to Arduino software, go to files and files, preferences. To generate a hex file, this is the procedure. Go to files in Arduino and click on preferences. And then we have to click on show web browse output during. So we have to click on compilation. So I'll pick it here. So we have to click on compilation, then click on OK. Now we need to do compile. So here right button is there, right symbol is there, that is compilation. And we have to go to tools and we have to select Arduino Uno. This is must and should. We have to click on that. And now I'm going to compile my code. So it is asking saving. Save the code. LED 1. And save the code. So here in status bar, it is showing done compiling. So now we want to see the hex file where it is generated. So for some persons, it is stored in a, like wherever we are creating folder, it is stored in a same place. We will check whether it is stored in. So to see the hex file, we just go to sketch and go to show sketch folder. Then it is here only led1.ino. So the extension of Arduino file is .ino. So here I can't generated any hex file. So in my case, in my laptop settings, it is not automatically generated in the same folder, but some persons it is shared. So how to check this in this condition means just go to search bar. And type here, go to temp files, temporary files. So for that purpose, percentage temp, percentage again. Now I got temperature temp files. Here I'll search with .hex file. So Proteus simulation takes only hex file. So it will not allow any .ini files or with any file extension. It won't allow. You need to convert it into .hex file extension. So after that, here led1.ino file is created. I'll copy this one, Control C, and I paste it in a desktop. You can place it any another folder, but for my comfort, I keep it in a desktop. Now I'll double click on Arduino. It is open one window, one dialog box, edit component box will open. In that, we have to go to the program files. After clicking the program files, I have to click on desktop, and in the desktop my file name is led1. I have to take this hex file, select and open, click OK. So in left side,
నేను ఒక క్లాస్ లో ఉన్నా సార్ 4 వరకు క్లాస్ ఉంది.
in left side we have a run button and stop. If you want to pause the simulation, we can, and this is the stop button. Now I'm going to run this one. I'm clicking on run. Now LED is on. After so here I'm writing the code in that way, like LED after 1 second. So 1000 means 1 second. After 1 second, it should stop the LED again. It should on. So it is completely repeating. So this is how to work, do LED coding, how to dump the code procedure. So had any doubts, it's a 2 minutes. Then we'll move to the next topic, next task. So today we'll practice it with different kinds of LEDs. Then only we come to know how to draw the schematics in the Proteus. Enable the chat, sir.
It's enabled, madam. Can't you see it as enabled? It's enabled. Somebody is asking once repeat how to add Arduino library.
Yeah, we will add the library. The first step to add the library means we have to close the Proteus. If you want to make any changes in the Proteus software, we have to close the software. After closing it, we have to go to C drive, program data, C drive, program data. If it is disabled, for every person mostly it is in disabled state, then you have to go to view and click on hidden items. On the top taskbar we have a hidden items. You just click on that one. You enable that hidden items. Then go to Lab Center Electronics and Proteus 8 Professional and go to libraries. Now I shared 2 times. One is folders. I'm directly shared this files. In that extension is missing, so don't go with that. I share one zip file to everyone. You just extracted the zip file and copy all the files in it and paste it here in a library. So this is the location for everyone. I'll copy this location in the chat box. Then it is easy. So this is the file location: C drive, program data, Lab Center Electronics. So if you want, apart from Arduino, or we are going to work with different sensors, so you have to add the, if we are asking add the library means this is the procedure. And then how to generate X file, right? So how to generate the X file means we have an Arduino software. I hope everyone, it's not much difficult like a Proteus. It is very easy. You just, if you are clicking on that software itself, next, if you are giving means it will install automatically. So no need to do even any changes. So to generate a X file, you just click on File. In that file, you just go to Preferences. And here, show web browse output during. So compilation, we have to click on compilation. Click OK. Then after clicking, make sure that compilation is selected. Then we have to compile the code. You have to go to tools and check the board even. Sometimes some persons working with a different things, but you have to check with this board also, Arduino Uno board. And in status bar, it should show done compiling. After done compiling, just go to here. Some persons it is in a sketch folder. It is automatically saved in a sketch folder. But some persons it is not. So in that case, you have to click percentage temp. Temporary files we have. Percentage temp, comma percentage x, again percentage. You have to write it 2 times. Temporary files. I'll click on that folder, and in search bar I'll search with. There are so many temporary files. So for that purpose, we have to search on with the dot file dot hex extension. Here I am searching with the dot hex extension, and now I am clicking this one, led.ino hex. I copy this and I save it in a folder. Either you can take one folder for every project. Like to on the LED, we need to save the Proteus simulation and the Arduino code as well as this hex file. So you just maintain one folder in a desktop or some other place. LED, you just keep it a file name and you are storing all the information. It is very easy then. Even Proteus software also you can save in that same file. So while writing anything in a Proteus, we have to save each and every time. So why? Because this is a cracked version. No? Sometimes it is automatically closing. While running simulation, if you are doing any wrong things means, it is automatically stop, may chance to stop. Then your work will arise. So to avoid these kind of things, first you save your work. So every time after selecting LED, just save it. If you want to do any extensions, please later we can do. So this is an LED 1.ino. I'm pasting it. This is how to generate. I'm pasting it in a normal desktop itself. Then we have to click on Arduino program files. It is selected LED 1.ino. Click on OK. To open this dialog box, we have to double click on it. Okay. Now I'll run this simulation. In left side we have run button. So it is LED. This is how to do this simulation kind of all this. So anyone had any doubts? Where you can find run button? In left side bottom corner we have run
Where
button.
can we find the run button in Phoenix?
You can overwrite a new, yeah, you can overwrite a new program also even. The same thing. We need to change the circuit with the same file name. We can overwrite. you are overwriting means we lost our data. For suppose if you are LED on, I can overwrite in a same file means we may chance to. It's better to take new files. For every project, you just maintain one each and every folder. For a LED, you just take the Arduino soft code as well as hex code as well as Proteus software. You just maintain for every program one folder. You are not getting Arduino schematic. Okay. We'll share you the video soon. Then you find it. Anyway, I'll explain again how to get the schematic. So here, someone missing this blue color. The schematic capture as well as PCB layouts. These two are missing for everyone. So we are sharing one software folder, like where it is in my PC. Like Proteus 8 full cracked version is there. Just go to crack. There you can find license key. While installing, we have to add license key, and we have two remaining folders, bin folder as well as bin and models we have. Just copy these two and go to C drive. While doing this procedure, you have to close the Proteus. Then only it will enable. Otherwise, it won't enable. Okay. Just close the Proteus and follow this procedure. You have to go to Windows C drive and program files 86. Lab Center Electronics, Proteus 8 simulation, and here you just paste it directly. Bins and models you have, just directly paste it.
Srinath Garu and Srinath Garu, you have raised your hand. Can you type your question in the chat box, please?
Okay, you want to share the screen? Okay, I'll stop my screen sharing. Sir, give the access to some person is struggling.
Who is that? Srinath Garu, it's solved. He's saying I did it, now it's okay. Acha, those who are not, those who did not get any email, are they on WhatsApp? If they are, myself, Arun Kumar Dupam, sir, share screen. Okay, Arun Kumar Dupam, let me allow you. Arun Kumar Dupam. Arun sir, can you can get it? You get access now. See, typing your email IDs here, it will not help me to consolidate the data. If you are in the WhatsApp group, let me know. If you are not even in the WhatsApp group, we will see what can be done.
Yes, sir. Tell me what's your doubt. Done saving you did.
Somebody is asking, can we use code blocks for Arduino?
No, sir. The file extension for code blocks is different. Arduino is different. Here we have to use embedded structure. .ini extension.
Don't be in a hurry for feedback link. Feedback link will be shared exactly at 4 p.m. Meanwhile, don't chat in the box saying feedback link, okay? Our FDP is for 2 hours, 2 to 4.
So 5.5 volts we are getting. What? Okay, sir. You are sharing the screen, but what's your problem? You are not sharing the Proteus.
Okay, I will unmute him. You can unmute and talk, sir. Let's not waste time much. You have the provision.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I shared the Proteus screen now, madam.
No, we are getting only Arduino screen. You have to share the Proteus screen.
Okay, madam. Now you are getting, madam?
No, sir, no. Even still it is showing Arduino.
Now, madam?
No, sir.
Now you are getting, madam?
Yes, yes, I'm getting. The doubt for you?
That Arduino is not getting, madam. Arduino, you know, is not
Is
getting.
not getting. I'll share you one file with Arduino.zip file. I share you, right?
Okay, madam.
You just download that one. Minimize, close the Proteus software completely.
Okay.
Now download that link. I'm sharing one video, one link to you. Previous,
madam.
not link file. Arduino.zip.
Once share the link, madam. I'm not getting.
Not links in the top of chat box. I'll share that one. Now it is gone. I think again I'll share. No problem. That is not an issue.
Once share, madam.
Yes, sir. I shared. You just download that one and then share your screen again. Anyone apart from this had any doubts in the session? Please ask now. What are the doubts you have? Please send the Arduino file link in chat box. Library file or Arduino code?
Madam, I downloaded the files, madam. What need to do, madam?
Extract that one and share your screen, sir. About hex file generation, 1 second. Sure. Yeah. After this, I'll explain how to delay second execute. Sir, can you repeat, Ramachandra? Sir, how to delay the second execute? That means, can you elaborate your question? I can't find it. What exactly? Arduino zip file. I share it now. Already have. Delay function. Yeah, sure.
Hello, madam.
Yes, yes.
I extracted the files, madam.
Copy all the files. Control A and give Control C. Copy.
Okay, madam.
Go to new C drive. Yes.
Okay.
Here you have to go to program data. Minimize the scroll down and program data. You are not finding program data.
In program files, I think I will get, madam.
No. Just close that one.
Lab center, no, madam. You are telling lab electronics, lab center electronics.
You have to paste this library in
Proteus 8 professional.
program data. You just go to OS C drive.
Sir, it is not in professional. Proteus 8 professional, sir. Go back to C.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Then so follow, please. Then
In
go
the,
to
yeah, I'll follow.
yeah.
In the toolbar, you have an option View. Toolbar View.
View option is there.
View.
Okay,
Click
sir.
that, sir.
Click on
And you have hidden items. A checkbox. Click it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now can you see program data in your?
program data.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Click on
open
this.
that, sir.
Okay, sir.
And next, Lab Center Electronics. Now you can go with
Now
it.
you can check that lab center. Open Proteus 8 professional.
Same folder, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Library.
Library.
Okay.
Now
Paste
paste
here,
it
sir.
here. Yes.
Yeah, you can paste.
Okay, sir.
You are closing your Proteus, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, madam.
Now close this file and search Arduino in a PIC device. Just close all this and open Proteus simulation. And delay function. Some persons asking delay function. So in coding in Proteus here, digital, right? LED comma high. Then I'm using delay. So delay in brackets I'm giving 1000. So here we have to mention 1000 means milliseconds. So we need to convert into milliseconds. So if suppose I want to give delay for 1 second means I'll give it here 1000. If I want to give 2 more seconds means
I opened the screen, madam. Click on next, madam. Are you able to see the screen, madam?
yeah, next. Sir, you just no need to create all these and all. You just close it and go to schematic capture.
Okay, madam.
So here you just click on
Here,
P.
madam.
Yeah,
Okay.
pick device, and next now you just search for Arduino.
Okay, madam.
Now you got the components, right? Arduino.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Arduino Uno, this one I need to click it, madam.
One also you can take. You just completely type Arduino, and then you got two files. One is Arduino and one is emulator.
Indra Kumar Bohidar, what do you want? Let me know.
Arduino Uno I need to click, madam.
Yes, emulator.
Arduino
Not
Uno
click.
emulator, madam.
Just Arduino,
Sir,
and
in the bottom of the screen, you have emulator.
Okay.
Click on emulator.
Okay,
Click
sir.
that, sir.
Click
And
on it
Now
here,
can you
sir.
find audio? Double click it, sir.
I
Now
have
you have at the bottom OK. At the bottom right, you have an OK option.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, click on that.
Now again, you need to
Now
click here, sir.
click on the screen. Click on the screen. Schematic page. Paste it. Click, sir. You will find the board. No. Not like that, sir. You click the Arduino on the page. On the schematic page, yeah. You paste it within the box, within the rectangular box. Move that into the box.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, okay, sir. So
yeah, we
Okay,
are
sir.
giving licensed version. We get the license.
Sir, after that, sir.
similarly, you click on P and type device LED, or you can type LED.
If you
LED not showing, sir.
in downside here we have some in results 145 results you are getting, right? Just scroll
Yes,
You
down.
type device LED, sir. If it would be better.
Shanti, you share your phone number with him so that he can get the direct solutions.
This one, sir. Device LED, this one only, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. You can click
Click
on
on
that.
OK.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
sir.
We
Okay.
have to
Yeah,
take active LED. So
Active
this
LED. You have to go on with active LED, sir.
active
Actually.
LED. You just type on LED there.
Okay, for the participants, those who are not in any WhatsApp group, I'm sharing 3 links.
Take any
Join in
LED.
any one of the WhatsApp group. Don't join in all the 3 groups. It's a
Not
request.
animation. You just click on here. Mode blue, green.
This one, madam. Blue one, okay. Okay, madam. Shall I remove this, madam? Okay. Then I need to paste it here, madam.
Yes. We'll share your video. Then you just follow this. Sir, if you go with the sir, then
Okay.
sir will share you the video and remaining things.
Okay, madam.
Sir, stop sharing the screen, sir. Let madam do
Okay,
that.
sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Had any queries apart from this? So if you are failing with this installation, if you are stuck in means, sir will send you the link and then you just find the things like how to get again and see the installation procedure.
Okay, so for the participants, those who are not in any of the WhatsApp group, I am sharing 3 WhatsApp group links. Kindly join in any one of the group. Don't join in all the groups, please. So Kranti, is it visible to everybody? WhatsApp links are available? Yes. Only join in any one of the WhatsApp group. I'm sharing the feed. Madam, anything to continue today or can we end the session now?
We end the session for this.
Oh.
Tomorrow we'll see them.
Okay,
And
okay.
for every participant, you just try with a. I'll give one task for tomorrow. You just try with a circuit. So the circuit is traffic light management. So if you olden days we are using light, 3 lights we have: red, green, and orange. Now after one red is on, remaining 2 should be off. When green is on, remaining 2 should be on. So draw the circuit, design the circuit, as well as try to develop the code. We will see tomorrow how many of members will do it. Okay, so that's it. Okay, sir, sure, we'll end this.
Okay. 1 second. I will share the feedback link. Guys, I'm disabling the chat now so that you can copy the feedback link. Join in one of the WhatsApp groups and ask your questions there. Okay. This is the feedback link. I've disabled the chat, but you can copy the link still. Fill the feedback in half an hour. We will be disabling the link after half an hour. By 4:30, everybody has to fill the feedback of today's session, and that will be taken as your attendance also. Those who have copied the feedback link, they can leave the meeting. We will see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Kindly join 10 minutes before, and all your concerns raise in the WhatsApp groups. Ma'am, thank you for joining today. You will continue the session tomorrow or somebody else will join, ma'am?
No, I'm only continuing the session.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, ma'am.
Fine.
And one more thing for the participants, we have already sent you the instruction along with the group number, and even the softwares are also attached with it. So kindly download the softwares and install in your laptop or desktop PCs so that you can have an hands-on experience with it.
Feedback is common to all, so everybody has to fill the same feedback of the today's session. Okay, let me